We all live in a privatised machine. A what? A privatised machine. A what? A privatised machine. We all live in a privatised machine. A privatised machine. Hey, a privatised machine.
Oh, hello. What are you singing?
Oh, it's just a song we made up for the campaign.
What campaign? Does it have to do with the yellow square you're wearing?
It's the Sussex Anti-Privatisation Campaign. We are those annoying radical students occupying everything. You should come along and get involved. It's important.
I'm not quite sure what privatisation is. Can you explain it to me?
Yeah, sure I can. Privatisation is the process of transferring ownership of a public service or public property from the public sector, government, to the private sector.
When the university privatises a part of its services, this is called outsourcing. So, for example, when the University of Sussex let a private company called Chartwell's take over its catering facilities, this was outsourcing.
Okay, I get it, but why is that bad?
First of all, companies like Chartwell's have a bad human rights record because they care more about making profit than people. Now, staff have to work almost 12 hours more a week in order to receive overtime. They don't get sick pay, and they are not insured holiday pay.
Also, as their main objective is making money and not serving students, they can raise prices at any time. As we've seen with Brighton Hove Bus Company, who put up their price significantly after knocking the Big Lemon bus service out of the picture.
Okay, but how does it affect me as a student? I'm not going to be here in a year or two anyways.
Well, the more the university outsources its services, the more it loses control over them, which means students like you and I have less say in what's happening. If we have a problem with Farmer Bar or a lecture or something, we can voice that to our reps or to the students' union, and they'll listen to us, whether there's a lot of us or just one. But if we have a problem with an outsourced facility, our voices are unlikely to be listened to by Chartwell's.
Unless we are, like 1,000 people, man, occupying their cafe. What's more, managers want to outsource more services. For example, security. Security staff are now employed by the university and therefore have a relationship with the campus and the people on it. By bringing in staff that are employed by an outside company, this bond will be weakened. Instead of working with students to keep campus safe, they might be working against students.
This is all really bad, but I'm just here as an Erasmus student. Why should I give a flying monkeys?
Well, you have to look at the bigger picture. Privatisation is not only about outsourcing services, it's very much linked to rising fees and accommodation costs. Especially international students are seen as good business because their fees can be raised even higher. So even if you won't be affected by the tuition fees going up, your friends, siblings and children may well be.
I've seen your guys ranting and raving around campus, wreaking havoc in general, being damn right annoying. What's the bloody point? We don't have any say in these matters anyway.
We believe that education should be accessible to all, without the fear of huge debts that may take a lifetime to pay off. We also believe that it should be public property, and therefore should not be put on the market.
The point of taking action is to raise awareness amongst people on campus and to create a strong movement to oppose privatisation. We do not aim to be a clique. We want new people to get involved all the time.
But you seem such a closed, radical left group. I am not like that. I don't feel as if I would fit in here with you lots.
I'm aware that it can seem intimidating, but we're just a bunch of different people with the same goal. We don't agree all the time, and some are more radical than others, but that's okay. We value everybody's input. Why don't you just come along to one of our meetings? We meet Mondays at 5 in Farmer Common Room. See how you like it. You don't have to commit yourself to loads of things. Just attending a demo might really help.
What about those occupations? Isn't that illegal? I don't want to be part of an organised crime.
No, it's not illegal. It's a human right to be able to protest and voice your opinion. Occupations, if handled well, can be a great way of making a cause visible and show that we are serious. It is called civil disobedience.
Maybe you have heard of the student strike in Quebec, where they refused to go to uni for 6 months because the government planned to raise tuition fees. With that effort, they have achieved a change of government and a smaller rise in tuition fees.
Oh, that all makes sense now. I think I'll join you after all.
I was wrong. You are all ideologically sound individuals, and I would be happy to join your anti-privatisation movement.
Yay! the day I started uni, I thought it was great. Everyone was a community, just like a village fete. Then the government cut their support, so the uni put up the fees. And my siblings, bless their souls, could not come and follow me. 2, 3, 4. We all live in a privatised machine. Say what? A privatised machine. A privatised machine. We all live in a privatised machine. A privatised machine. It's going to be interesting.
I'd like to be under the sea in a communally owned garden, a shade.
That's nice.